7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Step into the ring where the lights burn bright. Thursday night, we ignite. It's a heavyweight fight. Still steps, no fear. We go deep, we go raw. Talking truth, so the parts won't touch. Breaking the law. Still steps, we taking it higher. Real talk, no chill. Spitting fire. On locked in it. We bring the heat. Every Thursday night, we can't be beat. We can't be beat. We can't be beat.
What is good, everyone? It is your boy Politic and Hot alongside my guys, Mr. Joey Woods, Mr. Moya Fit, Chris Wilson. We are Still Steps coming to you live on a beautiful Thursday evening, courtesy of All Authentic Talk Sports Network. Gentlemen, welcome back. It's been a while. Post Mania, how is everybody doing on a fantastic Thursday evening?
I feel like we like 2 months behind. Like so much shit been happening.
Being off for just 1 week, that is. 1 week, it already feels like 2 to 3 months. We're backed up on pro wrestling. Like,
well, to be fair, right? Last week was the draft and stuff like that, you know, and we know AAT likes to post a lot for the draft and stuff, and
yeah,
that would have pushed us a little bit down on the algorithm with all the posting, you know what I mean? So we decided, let's sit back and enjoy the draft.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But you know what? I feel like it was kind of necessary with, you know, everything that transpired over Mania week, and then like we still had the fallout from Mania that took place over the last week and a half, which we're going to discuss tonight regarding the direction of WWE moving forward. Getting ready to, you know, to ramp up for Backlash coming up this May, and then kind of connecting the dots of what we could possibly expect going into SummerSlam that's coming up in August. So, you know, there's definitely a lot to you know, to discuss on that front with that, as well as, you know, we've heard there were some roster cuts. You know, we're definitely going to have to talk about that, and then also too, you know, here on the home front, we have a big weekend with Game Changer Wrestling with their One Night Only event going down at the 2300 Arena this Saturday evening. So, you know, we definitely got that going on, and, you know, we're going to close out and, you know, talk about that. But yeah, man, like, hey, listen, I'm glad to be back with you guys. As you know, I actually missed y'all. you know, I'm like, watching SmackDown last Friday and then going into Raw. Although, you know, like we converse, you know, through the text message, but it's a little bit different when you got the opportunity to be able to be in front of the camera and, you know, talk to everyone and to have like a bit of a little bit more of an in-depth dialogue with the Turnbuckle Talk. So, but yeah, here we are, man. Post Mania. I think we all can talk about how like there were mixed reactions about WrestleMania, especially like with night 1 versus night 2. Overall, after giving it some time and sitting back and just thinking about like what transpired over the Mania weekend, I'm not going to be as, you know, I'm not going to criticize as much as I initially thought I would, going, you know, in regards to the event. Like overall, it was pretty solid. I think now, as I'm getting older and watching pro wrestling, I have to understand that things will change. And when I say things will change, that means we have to expect WWE to go in a different direction with regards to what they're providing on a storyline front. And while there is a little bit of that direction that's coming from the machine of TKO, and we're kind of seeing where they are going with the direction of the company moving forward now. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty happy to a certain extent. Like, we're getting like that bloodline feud all over again with Roman Reigns being back as champion. and now they're going in the direction of where we're getting ready to get this story that also involves Jacob Fatu. I'm pretty happy like when it comes to that particular story. But just overall now, I think what I'm liking even more is how they're now gradually bringing up some of the NXT talent, like members like Trick Williams, Carmelo. Like we've seen them come up, you know what I mean, throughout this year. But like now, like with a Soul Ruka coming up, now you got the Fatal Influence coming up. Like these were talent that was on an NXT brand that was doing some pretty damn good work. And now seeing them being able to come up on the main roster to be able to put this work in, and shoot, Trick becoming a new United States champion over Mania. Like I think the direction that we're getting ready to go into, I know there was a lot of you know, I mean, people skeptical as far as like the direction. I actually think we're really in a good spot with WWE right now.
Well,
Go
real
ahead.
quick to jump into that, because you talked about the call-ups, right? Trick
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And when they first came up, Trick and Oba and Javon, right? We kept saying, okay, the women's division NXT is fine, right?
Right.
The men's division NXT is going to struggle, right? Because you just took three of the biggest names and replaced them with no one.
Right.
This past Tuesday, we seen those replacements, right?
Yeah.
Seen Tavion return this Tuesday. We seen Evil, whatever his name may be at this point.
Right.
And Will Cross, if I'm not saying that night correctly, the former Progress champion.
Yep.
We seen him debuting on Tuesday night. So just in one night, they replenished the male talent just like that, replacing them.
Yeah.
And, I mean, people know Evil, people know Tavion because of he's been on NXT before. But this other guy that they didn't name, right? I don't know what his name's gonna be.
Oh, you're talking about my man that did the moonsault off the road?
Will, right?
Yeah.
Will Cross or Cruz, Kroos.
Yes.
This man is impressive. He is
Yeah.
he is an impressive wrestler. I got to see him firsthand at GCW. I believe it was Homecoming last year or Art of War last year. He was in a scramble and he stood out, right? Like this man, you could just tell he was destined for greatness. I don't think people realize how big he is. He's like 6'4", almost 300 pounds. Like he's a big dude. So I'm excited to see where they go here. Women's division NXT always kills it. They've got so much talent. I think it's the most talented women's division in all of wrestling, regardless of if you consider it a minor league or not. I think the NXT division is the most talented. I'm more excited to see NXT going forward than I am WWE. And real quick, I don't want to poo-poo on your – well, Mania wasn't bad, right? It wasn't bad, but it's WrestleMania. It wasn't bad for if it was a Backlash. It wasn't bad if it was a Survivor Series. It wasn't bad even if it was a SummerSlam. But this was WrestleMania. And to me, outside of like Brock and Oba and the two main events, Saturday and Sunday, none of the matches felt big, right?
Yeah.
That to me was missing this entire Mania build. Like you had three matches that felt big across two nights. I just felt like there was something missing. I don't know how to explain it, but this Mania season just didn't feel like, holy shit, this is a big deal card.
Right. Now the only thing that I would provide some criticism would be it did feel like the matches were like strategically time capped for you know what I mean, their respective matches. Like every match seemed to be at least somewhere like I'm gonna say at minimum 10 minutes or maybe even slightly less, unless you were like one of the title matches where the title matches may have gone a little over 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, but between maybe
Speaking
like
of time,
15 minutes. Yeah.
All the women's matches on the first night, combine them together, was still less than the Cody and Randy match.
Wow.
And here's the thing. When I say still less, I'm speaking just when the bell rang, right? Because they had all that time before the match to do all that work, right? So it was less than that match before the bell rang. After the bell rang.
Yeah, that's
So,
deep.
That to me speaks I think like the Charlotte was in the tag match, right?
Right.
That Charlotte match was like 6 minutes. Like we're talking about Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss. Like
Yeah. Meanwhile, that was also a fatal 4-way.
That carried
Yeah,
the division for years. You're giving them 6 minutes.
Right.
I don't know. And I mean, I know we're going to talk about the cuts later on in the night, but I read something today that's like eye opening.
I know what you're getting ready to say. Hold it. Don't say it yet. Because actually, what you're getting ready to say, I took a screenshot of it because I wanted to post it in here a little bit later. But hold on. We're going rope back to that when we get to the roster cuts because I know exactly what you're about to say. But Chris, let's get your thoughts. Post Mania reaction. Your thoughts with that, as well as the direction of the WWE rosters. You know what I mean? What we've seen over the last week and a half with the new arrivals.
Oh, understand. Well, as far as WrestleMania, I caught the cliff notes of it because I was away on vacation. I didn't know that.
In the islands, like no,
I was in the islands.
I know
I was in the islands of Puerto Rico. So like this, I was catching a lot of cliff notes. Night one wasn't well received. Was named from what I saw, I kind of see why like this. But honestly, lately I've get like that doesn't surprise me with Mania. Mania usually has its like 3 matches of holy shit that was good. Then you have your other ones of that shit like another 2 or 3. There's like this was a waste of time.
Right.
Then another one's like, I'm going to the bathroom. It's like just,
another one, Chris, where it's just some kind of Hollywood guy that shouldn't be me.
Yeah, about to say, yeah. Then the Hollywood person shows up to do some stupid shit that they think is entertaining, but some people are just like, man, whatever. We don't really need this. So his name. So it's a typical Mania, honestly. Like, so night one was just like, yeah, it's the simple same shit I always see. Night two definitely a lot more entertaining wrestling wise. Like, anytime the ladder matches always been like honestly meant to be honest. Like usually any type of ladder match they had, even that tag team ladder match they had like a year or two ago, like that was good as shit. Like it was a car wreck, but in the best way. So it's like this. So I give WWE credit for that. Like the talent, like they try to go all out on WrestleMania to get their names up or keep their names relevant for a ladder match.
Right.
And the right guy won. I thought Penta should have retained. So his name so it was a great match. Like, oh my God moments. Javon Evans, we already know, is a superstar in the making. He's so damn young. He still has plenty of time to get even better and grow. What's his name? And I'll give it to your tribal chief. That was a hell of a main event. It really was. Because I'm not a big fan of CM Punk. I'm not a big fan of Roman Reigns. But I recognize great matches when I see it. They told a great story leading up to the match. They built it very well. And they did the most important thing. When the lights were on at the brightest, they executed.
Yeah.
Great match. Great everything. So night two definitely was the better night. And I give them all the credit in the world for all the call-ups. Look, man, Obafemi, shoot that man to the goddamn Jupiter, Mars, all them planets. Like that dude come out with all that shit. The strut is over, the aura, everything. That guy is the beast of all beasts. Brock passed the torch. Is Oba's time. Trick Williams is one of the most entertaining men in the freaking world. Like when he came out to the dressing room and the girl sprayed the stuff on his stomach, he said to her, he's like, below the chain, above the belt. Just like what? It's like, yo, this guy he just missed the charisma like this. But then we about to get Ricky Starks. What's his name? We got like what's the Fatal Attraction is their name?
Fatal Influence.
Fatal Influence, yeah. To me, they had the best call up. Like they like the most impactful. Like they came up and showed out. Like I wasn't a real big fan of them in NXT. Like not big fan as I thought they were corny. I just didn't really care that much, I'll be honest. But they got my attention now. I was like, ooh, okay. Like this. I like it. I like how they showed up. They wasn't trying to be all cutesy about it. They just like came in, said what they were, started beating people up. I'm with it. And I'll tell you right now, I don't care. Shout out to Bianca Belair Montez for congratulations. Yeah. They about to have the most athletic baby ever seen in life. This kid's gonna be studied. Like this is the next LeBron right here. Wherever this kid is decide what he wants to do in life, male or girl, this is that they're gonna be a top athlete somewhere. But I'm saying one thing: people talk this shit. People love to talk shit about Bianca Belair's, Bianca Cena, as they call her, like all that shit. She was sorely missed in wrestling because she is the biggest performer on stadium shows. She always has the best matches. Mania, SummerSlam, she always kills it, whether one-on-one, triple threat. She just knows how to put on great matches and show out when it matters the most. And she was sorely missed at this WrestleMania. You can see it, like she was sorely missed. So we miss her. We don't know when she's gonna come back. Cause now she's pregnant. You have the baby. Still gonna take some time off. Naomi,
and
we don't know
and
when
Chris, she also was off for a while before she got pregnant, right? She's gonna need some time.
Yeah,
to get back in, get that ring rust off.
Get that ring shape, and after you, and I'm so like, listen, like I said, I tell people all the time, for people who don't know, a personal trainer, blah blah blah, how the human body works. Female, and she's in her mid-30s. I mean, Bianca, she just looks amazing. She's not no spring chicken. She's in great shape. She has all that stuff, but like when she's at a certain, like she's just about to have a baby in her mid-30s, that's going to take away from her. It really is. So she's going to need to take time to recoup and just the body to reform and to remind itself of where it was. It's going to take a while. So she, like, I hate to say this, she might not come back until mid 2027. And that's
you're going that far.
That's not good.
We're only in April, bro.
She might, because dude, think about it. Right now, she's probably I don't know how far along. She's probably like 4 months, 3-4 months. What's his name? So that means the baby's not gonna come till when? November?
Out of what? End of the year.
She's 6 months pregnant.
Oh, 6 months?
She's 6 months?
Yeah.
So like, oh, she's 6? Okay. So
she'll have it by SummerSlam.
Yeah, so she'll have it probably by SummerSlam.
I wouldn't be shocked if she made an appearance. I'm not saying she's back, but if she made an appearance at the Royal Rumble.
That's what I was thinking. That like I could see maybe a return around Rumble time.
Like even if she just reappears at the Rumble and then she's off TV for a while and then she comes back like a month before Mania and starts a feud there. That's what I think probably the realistic time.
And between that time, like I said, WWE is gonna be in good hands because by that time, hopefully, Naomi would have been back by that time. So she comes back in the character and form she was when she left. She'll be cool. Like I said, Fatal Influence will rise up more. So like this, so they're good. So Ruka will get better by that time. So they'll be fine till she comes back. But when she comes back, it's gonna be so many rivalries and new opponents for her. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not gonna be surprised if she becomes a semi part-timer.
And you know what? I was actually thinking, like, if it ain't the Rumble, maybe it could be Mania next year. You know, that way, you know, like all right, the last time we saw her was Mania, and then she returns again at Mania. Like, I think it also too would depend on what stories are being told that she can actually like insert. You know, she could be inserted into the mix. But if she does make the return at the Rumble, I think it's going to be for like somebody specific. You know, for her to make the.
I do think it's going to set up a feud.
Yeah, that definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's not gonna come back just to whatever. Like they're gonna have somebody planned out for her. That's gonna make sense that people want to see.
Right.
Might be Jade. Yeah.
So you don't think she's just gonna walk up to Cody and be like, "Eliminate me now"?
No, she gonna pull a Brock. Like, hey, man, like, yo, I'm done. I'm about to head out.
I just beat up Ilya. No sold his moves. Get me the fuck out of here.
Right.
Like,
Gonna hit the SpongeBob and like, yeah, I'm gonna hit out.
she gonna be like, y'all still eating? Get me up out of here.
The Homer Simpson where he drifts off into the bushes.
Yeah. No, I could definitely see that. Like, yeah, let me get out. Peace out. Say no, but no, yeah, definitely.
That was the funniest freaking clip that came from that Rumble. Was like everyone was like, "Oh, he didn't feel like dealing with Jey Uso eating, so he was just like, get me the fuck out of here."
Right.
Yeah. I know, right? Like that's great. Like you think about one of the biggest names in wrestling history. He just like, you know what? Just eliminate me now, bro.
Yeah. Because clearly somebody missed the mark during that match.
Yeah.
Like it was obvious. He was like, "Yo, man, look, I got to get out."
Yeah, he probably like, "Yo, I'm ready to go, bro." like I'm trying to get on my private plane. I'm trying to get out of here.
Look, I did enough for that $5 million already. I'm good.
Right. Yeah. Talking about the TKO and capping the match timing. Like, look, that's something Brock definitely going to get me adhere to. Like, listen, I got paid for 10 minutes. Look, I'm in here for 12 now. No, I got to go. Eliminate me. Get me out of here, man. but yeah, no. Yeah, shout out to Bianca. I was honestly when that music hit, I thought she was coming back to get square up in the ring. But yeah, when she arrived there, when I saw what she had on, I just knew instantly. I was like, "Oh, she pregnant." Like, you can tell, you can see it in her face too. Like,
yeah, she was very emotional.
Yeah,
she was you tell she was choking up because her like voice projection kept like breaking up. She didn't sound to herself, so she was very emotional. Oh, by the way, we talk about big returns. Paige,
yeah. Well, I mean, it was a big return, but it was spoiled the night before, unfortunately, with whoever on the dirt sheets that put it out there. Like, thank you, dirt sheets.
Yeah, they just love to do that, man. I'm sorry. It's just certain about. Like, listen, I understand you want to be the one with the first scoop, and to be like, yeah, I get the sword, but like some stuff is just like, dude, don't do that. Like, just let the magic happen,
right?
But but it's still weird to see her tag team. Whatever, we can talk about them titles another day.
I for sure thought that Raw after Mania, they were dropping the titles.
Yeah, like I
thought so too. I'm not gonna lie, I did think that.
I thought it was just
like it's a cool moment. It's a cool moment, like a Matt Cardona type moment, right? Like we give you the moment, but we don't actually trust you enough to keep the belt.
Yeah, like welcome back, but we don't really want you girls as champions because Paige shouldn't be in a tag team with Brie Bella. Like, no.
But realistically, I think the tag division is where she belongs for a little bit because she's been not wrestling for a while, right? Like,
right.
She wasn't able.
She hasn't wrestled. Has it been on the low? It's been what, 2 years?
I mean, like in front of the camera, but I've seen like little clips where like she was like training over time, but not sure how consistent that was as far as but yeah, like I mean, I don't mind her like on the tag team front, but at some point I can't see them holding on to these titles that long. I think they're gonna drop it at Backlash, honestly.
Yeah, I cared a little more when it was Lash and Nia. I don't really care.
Yeah. Shout out to them coming out in the demolition gear. Like, I thought that was fire. What's the name? Somebody said on somewhere on social media, they should have came out to the demolition music. Like this,
homage,
and the words that say, "Here comes the Jacks. Here comes the Lasher." Like, I was like, that's actually creative. Okay.
That's actually not that bad.
It's not that bad. I said that's actually creative. Okay. Yeah, they
what? That what would have worked with that too, since Demolition did go in the Hall of Fame. Like, maybe they could have walked them out, and then subsequently leave, so that way both Nia and Lash can have their WrestleMania moment as they walk down the aisle. Like that would have been dope too.
Yeah, they came out just to be like, the music comes on, they come out first, Demolition, and then they just like, as they separate, like walk to the side, and then Lash and Nia come out, the Demolition gear on. People would have loved it. They would have won them like, oh shit. Yes, it would have been a moment. They should have kept the titles. They shouldn't have lost them. Sorry.
Yeah, at least have them, win the titles back post Mania, and then maybe do Alexa Charlotte against them again at Backlash. But then it would kind of be a buzzkill for them, for Lash and Nia to possibly lose again, like at Backlash. Like that would suck to a certain extent. But I think that's something that they're still trying to iron out as far as like the women's tag team division. But I don't know, it's rather difficult because majority of the women that's like in tag teams are typically singles competitors. So it's like
they are.
There's really no true.
Well, that's the issue, right? Because
there's really no true women's tag team.
It's
like,
still newer, right? And not every other company has women's tag team, right? So like even indies coming up, right? Like there's not like all these indies doing women's tag teams. So you don't see women's tag teams coming up on the independents. So you got to pair them together once they get there, and they're already established stars at that point.
Right.
So it's a hard thing, but listen, it gives women more opportunities that they wouldn't have previously, right? So that's good to see.
Yeah, no, that definitely. But overall, I think right now they are going in a direction where I think they won't lose fans, but I think there is a possibility, which I'll talk about it going into this Roman Reigns Jacob Fatu matter, because personally I feel like this might be one of the greatest stories that they're getting ready to tell with the I don't want to call it Bloodline 2.0, but with the Bloodline family. But as we're talking and talking about Mania Night 2, Roman winning the title, post Mania after Raw, Jacob came out and he approached Roman and the Usos, and he talked about how he don't want the title, but how he need that title, and like how he need the title to get the shoe endorsements. He need the title to get the Rolex, to get the private jets, to get the kids in better schools. Like when he was talking about this during this entire segment, like it wasn't like I love how he described how this is bigger than the title. Like he's talking about how he wants to be on the same level as his family are. Like how over the years, how like the Usos, elevated their level in the WWE to be, like one of the major players in the company. And with Jacob, which he kind of talked on this past week, as far as like, having to come from humble comings where, he had, ran into, some trouble with the law, not sure where he was going to be able to eat. Like he was broke, basically, was saying like he was broke, and like he really wants to, he want to get to that level where like the rest of his family is, which then, Roman criticized him to a certain extent to where Jacob had to put him in the Tonga death grip.
Well, this confused me big time here.
Why is that?
Because they've worked so hard to get Jacob off of Solo and seen as a huge face.
Yeah.
And Roman is kind of like a face right now, right? Like he's not a heel. He's kind of that tweener. But then having Jacob attack Roman to me is heel-ish behavior. Right. So like who's heel, who's face? What are we doing here in this right now? Like to me it's a little confusing and muddy.
And that's where I feel like where there's going to be some confusion with the WWE universe, because there nobody really knows what direction or who to root for or who to boo, because like after this segment, like when Jacob walked out of the ring and he was glaring at Roman from afar, like the fans were puzzled, like they didn't know whether or not to cheer for him or the boo. Now there was a little smatter of boos, but at the same time, it's like nobody knew how to react.
Stay on this
after
picture.
this
Stay on this
moment.
picture.
Yeah,
So look how sweaty Roman is.
right.
The AC broke in the arena halfway
Really?
through the show.
Oh, that's legit.
That's legit.
Oh snap! Yeah, I saw somebody post on Twitter about that. It was
the
like, "Yo, it's
AC
hot
broke
as shit."
halfway through the arena, and that
Wow.
shit got up in there. They said.
Yes, because somebody was like, "Yo, it's hot as shit in the venue." Like, that's crazy. I just thought, you know, what I mean, just took it as like a grain of salt. Like, oh, somebody said it's
Somebody
hot in the
just
venue.
fucking around, but no, but
Right.
That I know I have to jump off topic about, so I apologize. But back to
No,
this,
you good.
right? Like, I don't know. Like, this to me is a huge match. Like, this is a WrestleMania match. And to do it on Backlash just screams to me that Solo or someone's getting involved here.
Yeah. No question.
And we don't see a finish.
Probably not. I think the
Unless
finish,
they're going full flown with Jacob right here.
right.
You can't have him lose.
Right.
Because
you know,
that'd be weird as hell.
yeah. The way I look at it, they're running this company now, and I'm not gonna say it's crazy, but they got the approval from TKO. Like the Bloodline family is their breadwinner, and now that they're getting ready to have Jacob involved, getting ready to feud with Roman, like everybody wins from a TKO standpoint, from the Roman, the Fatus, the Anoa'i's, like they're winning. Like they're literally winning right now. So it's like, okay, now that Roman has the title back, all right, Jacob, like you put enough work in. Let's build this feud up so everybody get a plate to eat. So everybody about to eat. Like paid in full. You know, Chris, everybody eats, B.
Everybody eats.
Like everybody eating right now. Like literally, hands down. At first I was a little concerned about the direction, like where the Usos could potentially go. But see, with what's going on now, man, listen, they making bread no matter what.
I was worried about that too, Hawk. But then this Monday helped change that, because if you noticed when they did that promo in the beginning of Raw, they were sitting next to him.
Yes.
Same height and everything, right? They weren't sitting behind him or they were sitting directly next to him, and they were the same height and everything like that. So to me, that screams that like WWE wanted to portray them as equals now and not as secondary characters, which was really good to see.
Right. And they explained it very well as far as like, you know what I mean, after Raw, after Mania, like how Roman got them, you know what I mean, brought them back out, you know what I mean, with him, going up back out to the ring. It's like now, you know how like when they had the vignettes with Solo with the MFT and how Solo was the only person sitting down, but everybody else was standing behind him. Now with this role, the Usos earned their seat at the table.
Yeah.
Because they went to battle with Roman. So now it's like, okay, Jacob, you up next. You gotta earn your seat at this table. Like Roman, at one point, he had the perception as if Jacob wasn't ready, which hence Jacob did what he had to do in order to, to get Roman's attention. And here we are now. He built that match for Backlash. Like, I love it, man. Like WWE, it's crazy how like prior to Mania, like we all were like, yo, where the fuck are they going with this? And where they are now, it's like, okay.
But you kind of saw that it was headed towards this, and I feel like I don't know if this is true. This is just me feeling it out, but I feel like those Punk promos were helping to gauge fans' interest on, do fans want to see the Bloodline again? Like I feel like they used that to see, okay, are fans into the Bloodline still, right? Because you've seen the Bloodline come out and you've seen them, you know what I mean? So I feel like that was their way of saying like, do we still have something here? And
but
the fans gave them good perception. They were like, okay, we can do it.
Yeah, but I will say this. Well, I'll ask this question. Yo, this game is crazy. I'm sorry, I got it on in the background too.
Real quick.
Side note, yeah.
They're up 22 going into the fourth.
Yes. Yeah,
So we're going to see a game 7.
Yeah, there's definitely a game 7 going to be popping. Now, I'll say this. Well, I'm not going to say this. I'll ask this question to you both. When we look at where we are now with the direction of the title, with the title coming off of Punk, was Punk a bridge champion?
I wouldn't say bridge. When did he win it?
He won it at, what was that, Saturday night's main event after
Yeah, all right,
because
so
he had that tournament?
if he, all right, put it like this: if he was a bridge champion, he was a bridge champion by default because that was never the plan to begin with.
Right.
So it was like this. So it wasn't in fact because he's CM Punk, he can never be a bridge champion.
Yeah.
Was named but it's just it was necessity for what happened with Seth Rollins and everything. They couldn't just put the belt onto somebody. They had to put the belt on somebody who can keep it legitimate as possible. And that's what Punk did. He kept it as legitimate as he possibly could. So when Roman came to take it from him, it just keeps the belt like even more, because the whole perception of this belt is it's the B title. Like it's in the WWE Championship, so it's the B title. Like there's like the top guy on that brand will have it, but it doesn't mean as much.
Yeah, they definitely trying to build it to be an A title now.
Yeah, now they're trying their best for it to be a title, or at least a 1A, 1B, A1, A2 title. So we'll see what happens, especially because right now Cody has, like, gonna say has none, but he doesn't have any crazy threats to where you like this is the next guy who possibly could take the belt from him.
Right.
So I mean, so right now, yeah, like. And that's what I told you, that draft shit don't mean nothing. WWE doesn't have a draft. Even if they did, it don't mean nothing because Jacob was on SmackDown. So now he's fighting. He beats another SmackDown guy.
SmackDown, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He beats another SmackDown guy and then goes to Raw to challenge Roman for the world title. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. So you beat a SmackDown guy at WrestleMania. So that means you get to go to Raw.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. Like, so I guess he's now. Well, he's Raw now. Pause. Like,
well, no, because if you check the roster, Roman's still on SmackDown.
He's still on SmackDown. Oh, okay. Yeah. I just thought by winning, he's like organically going to Raw.
SmackDown got 2 world champions.
Mia just screamed that Netflix is like, we want Roman on Netflix.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, no question. No question that's what it is.
That's 110% what it is. Like
this, absolutely. But so y'all don't think he's a bridge champion?
I don't think he's a bridge champion.
Okay.
I don't think you can call Punk a bridge champion, honestly. Like, just because of the stature of who he is.
Yeah.
It did numbers for them.
Yeah, like
Not
I said,
to go extremely way left. What would be the definition of a bridge champion? Would they have to hold the title for less than 6 months?
Yeah, I think sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
If they're champion for 3 to 6 months, they was a bridge champion. They were just holding it to go to the next guy. What's his name? So like the Iron Sheik back in the day did when he beat Bob Backlund. He had the title for how long? I think like 30 days or something. He lost in 30 days to the red yellow guy. Freaking Bob Backlund when he beat Bret Hart, he lost it to Diesel in 8 seconds or what it was.
And that was the MSG, right?
Yeah, that was definitely a bridge champ. That was definitely a bridge champion.
7 seconds or 9 seconds.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Those are legit bridge champions. This is like just like
all right.
I was like random too. Your girl Liv Morgan better watch out. Because I told y'all, I think I was talking that shit.
Oh, with Roxy
is getting super over.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the crowd is going nuts when they see her. All she had to do was show her ass at WrestleMania, but now
I wasn't going to say all that, but
we know what it was. We're not dumb. It went stupid viral.
She pulled up her pants.
What'd you say?
Is that what you're talking about?
No, she had like
pulled up her pants.
No, she had like this little ass like tutu skirt type thing on, and she hopped up on the ropes to distract the referee. And when she did it, you kind of got to see some cheeks and all that shit. So the crowd went crazy. It went super viral. It was all over social media. And now the crowd is like, holy shit, Roxy. It's like, yeah, we all been that. It's like she's always looked this way, but now it's like when that happens, all of a sudden people are like, you know what? She actually really good wrestler too. You know that, right? It's like, no, yeah, no duh. We've been saying this shit forever now. That's why they call her the prodigy. This is why they call her the prodigy. Like this. She's only like 24 years old, and she's like so much better than so many people on this roster. Like this. She can keep up with anybody. She legit can keep up with anybody. She can have a great match. She has a great finisher. This name now she's just working on those characteristics that makes her complete. So Liv better watch out. The fans are fickle.
Found
as
it.
As much as they look good. The fans are fickle. As much as they love her, they'll turn just as quickly.
Listen, like the feud that she's getting ready to have with Liv, not just Liv, it's also going to be Roxanne, Finn, Dom, and Liv. They're about to do numbers, man. They are really about to do numbers. But shout out to Liv though, because we all saw what Liv went through before WrestleMania after that bump she took with the backstage incident with Stephanie Valkyrie.
That sounded like somebody was like clapping like that. Just like that. I'm like,
I heard it. Yeah, watching it in real time, I was like, oh shit, like like she all right, like I was legit concerned, like no, it was part of the story, but it was like like that looked a bit rather real, like
shout out to Stephanie Valkyrie too, like that's like I really enjoy her as a performer.
Yeah, I'm surprised Roxanne didn't have a knot on her after that moment. Unless the knot really came from the television when she put her head through the flat screen.
Probably. Tough girl. She from Jersey, so she good.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. That's why she champion again, which I know some of y'all don't like.
Well, I don't like her entrance.
Now you don't like the entrance. Oh, here we go. If it ain't one thing, it's another. I don't like the entrance. Like
the entrance was cringe, but it was all good.
Next you're gonna be like, I don't like the socks she wore in the match the other night. Like man, get out of here.
Like I don't like the way she smiled.
Right. Like you see, she doing that thing. Yep, right there. Yep. I don't like it. Nope.
What is that? What is it? Breathing? Is that what she's doing? You don't like?
Is she walking? She like
isn't there a song like that? I hate like all the stuff he hates about the person.
It's possible.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, exactly. Lamar. Yeah.
He said, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you I hate love that song.
Remember Drew used that against Punk during their feud.
Oh yeah, he really did.
Yeah, like I could definitely see that. But all that we just said, that's Chris in regards to Liv Morgan.
Yo, real quick, guys, did you see that that Knicks score today?
Yes, when it was up by like 50 in the first half.
It was 140 to 89.
Yeah, they was like, we tired of playing around.
They dropped 140 points on their head.
That closed the series out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they was like, we tired of messing around with these dudes. Like, we getting this over. Because look, the way that series was going, I thought the Hawks had a shot. Yeah. I'm like, wait, is the Danhausen curse really true? Like, like keep him away from Philly at all costs. Like, nah, we good.
I'm really enjoying Danhausen, but I enjoy him more with his backstage stuff than when he's on the camera, like at the ring. Like,
I actually agree with you on that.
Yeah, like when he does the backstage stuff, I think that's way more entertaining.
You know what? Now that we're just talking about that, we don't have to talk about this for a long time. Like, well, he's been with the company now, what, about 2-3 months now? Like, what's your overall thoughts on his run thus far?
Blank check.
Seriously, right?
He's a blank check. Like, he's a walking moneymaker.
He is a money machine. He sells merch while even trying. Like this, as soon as he just pops up, he doesn't say a word.
He had 5 shirts on WWE Shop.
Yeah,
Didn't even have a match.
He's a walking merch machine because he has a look that the kids can get with, the kids love, and he's smart for that. He said he knows you get the kids and wrestling, you get the kids, you'll be good for life because you don't even gotta be a great wrestler. You can be a walking merch machine.
Yeah,
Right.
he
All of
sold
them
so much merch during Mania that he would sell out and they would have to make new ones.
Yeah, like this. He's like this.
That's
So
how much
he's a
merch he was moving.
so for like, but his like actual running WWE. So like, yeah, so like I have no problem with it. They use him exactly what I want them to use him for. I
Right.
actually know he can wrestle. Like he's not a bad wrestler, but like I don't care if he has a bunch of matches. To be honest, as long as the stuff he does is entertaining, like I'm okay with it. Like I said, he's gonna be this generation version of our truth, but just like probably even wackier. But like this because I don't really care too much for the curse shit to be honest, but like this, but it's I get it. It's part of the shtick, so I don't hate it either.
Yeah.
What's his name? But just his personality when he talks to people and everything, and when he clearly is like making it clear he's about the money, like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah. How much you got?
yeah, it's hilarious to me. He's
I will make him a regular backstage interviewer.
Yeah, like dude, like he's hilarious for what he is. Like I don't care if he ever wrestles. He's like that content he does behind the scenes is hilarious. It's hilarious.
Did you see him on 316 Day when he was saying he was Cold Stone Steve Austin?
Yeah, I'm Cold Stone. He's like, they don't even know it's me. Look.
Yeah.
I know he's getting over when people tell me about him who aren't even regular watchers of WWE. They were like, yeah, I was listening to something and someone brought up the name Danhausen, how they didn't like him. I was like, wait, what? I was like, they're talking about him? Like, it would be someone who's like a nostalgia of, you know what I mean, watching pro wrestling, but they would say that they're not a fan of Danhausen. But the simple fact that you're actually name dropping him is like, yo, he's doing his job. Like, yeah. I give credit because he's been consistent with his gimmick for years.
Yeah. I actually saw him without his makeup the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I would never recognize you in public, like ever. Like I would just walk right past you." Like
I seen him a couple of times without the makeup, well, like pictures, but like for what he has, like he's like Joey said, like he's a blank check, like literally a blank check. Like
it is. Like the look, the spiel, like the character, like you can tell as soon as the makeup's on, he's fully invested in the character, and it's paying off. So shout out to him.
Yeah,
he was getting paid by AEW, and he wasn't even wrestling. He was hurt. They signed him when he was hurt. That shows you. It shows you they knew the value in him. So
right, yeah. Well, I hate to switch gears from talking about the value of a Danhausen. But then it's unfortunate, where there's a plus, there's a minus, and we had some roster cuts, through TKO, that happened this past weekend. Mr. Moyafit, since you were the first person to respond as far as like with the list of the roster cuts, can you again, engage with our audience and remind those who were released this past week?
Sure. And this and real quick caveat, because I don't want to be disrespectful, but there were also some NXT releases as well. But like there are names that people would have honestly, like unless you're a giant wrestling nut and mark to where all these people, you're not gonna know these people. They're not household names. There were people that were rarely used on NXT, but they were used on NXT, probably Evolve, stuff like that. But so shout out to those people, the men and women. One was the girl, though. I'm sorry, her name, the Olympic gold medalist they signed.
Oh, Tyra May Still.
Yeah, Tyra May Still. Like she's an Olympic gold medalist.
LFG.
They gave her all the praise and stuff along with Gabriel Stevenson. And you see he's going now, she's going. I'm like, damn, like what's going on? Like I thought she was like doing all right, but like I guess they just felt they wanted to go in a different direction.
Before you go into that list, I'm gonna just keep it a bean. She ain't really have a shot.
Yeah.
I don't think she was the reception for her were what the WWE TKO brand were wanting. But at the end of the day, too, you know, there's work that has to be done, you know what I mean, on her end as well, as far as like
Oh, for sure.
to be able to continue to relate with the product.
Yeah,
So
and I think unfortunately the one thing that
Bully Ray
the
couldn't stand her anyway. But sorry.
yeah, these Olympic gold medalists, because I get it, you want a freaking Olympic gold medal. You do have the right to be like, yeah, I'm that shit. I'm that person. Like, because you beat somebody who was the best legit in the world at that sport of what you did, and you came out number one. So, but you're in a world of professional wrestling, which a lot of is entertainment and this and that. You can't always have that bravado of, yeah, I'm better than all of you because what I do is real. So it's like,
right, but I think too. But see, that's where I feel like they go over too much as far as like trying to like pull a lot of talent from like you know what I mean, from like respective, you know what I mean, sports platforms, or you know what I mean, like at the different athletes, like how they were pulling athletes like for the WWE NIL and stuff. So it's like, granted, you know, like you will, you know what I mean, you are able to get some talent out of, you know what I mean, out of that level, but everybody may not make that cut. So
and like I said, you have to have some type of like charisma thing about you along with it, because if you do it enough at times, you'll learn to run the ropes. You learn to take bumps. You learn to do all that stuff. You'll get better, even if you're not the greatest wrestler. You'll be sustainable to where people be like, you know what, they're not bad. You know what I mean? Because the rest of you is really good as far as package. Like I said, WWE, you don't have to be A plus wrestler to be extremely over like this. You just don't. And what's name so, but regardless of that, I'm gonna name these people, and then I'm gonna ask you two gentlemen a question afterwards.
Okay.
These are the people, unfortunately, who were let go. You have the entire YS6. You know, so Dexter, you know, not just one, the entire one. Dexter Lumis, Nikki Cross, Bo Dallas was named, you know, as we all know, the late great Bray Wyatt's brother. Like this, Eric Rowan was named other guy, Joe Gacy. Like, and I thought I had really high hopes for Gacy too. I really did. What's name, but they're all gone. We got Kairi Sane, which the WWE universe is beyond pissed about. We got the Motor City Machine Guns, which is crazy. They came
not really, but go ahead.
Not like, relax.
I know what you get ready to say, but no, I love the Motor City Machine Guns.
That's it. Motor City Machine Guns, you know, veterans of the game. They've been around the world twice and back over in pro wrestling, but it came in hot, won the tag team titles like out the gate, but then after that, just absolutely went nowhere. Aleister Black and Zelina.
Yeah.
Zoe Stark, Apollo Crews, Santos Escobar, Alba Fire, and even though this is an NXT person, but this is a name we know, is Andre Chase. What's his name? So that's all the men and women who unfortunately were let go of the bigger names that we know. My question to you, gentlemen, is who was the biggest name that you were surprised that like you were like shit, I really didn't see that coming? Who was the biggest name you were surprised, and who was the name that you weren't surprised at all? Like you're like, I didn't even know they were still there. Like, honestly,
Apollo Crews.
He's the biggest, the one that you're least like.
Okay,
I'm gonna go ahead.
Biggest thing I'm surprised got released is just for family and what's happened in the last couple of years is definitely Bo. Right, I could have seen the YS6 being let go, but just for nostalgia purposes, they would have let him stay. To me, that was the shocker.
What about you, Hot?
I'm gonna go with Kairi because of the, you know what I mean, relationship she had with Asuka and what they were telling, you know what I mean, through WWE programming over the last few months. With her being attached to Asuka, I thought at some point we were going to get a situation where she would probably like step away from Asuka, and then maybe we could probably get a Kairi versus Asuka at some point this year. So I'll go with her as far as like my most shock. But as far as like everybody else, like To me, I feel like the Motor City Machine Guns, like, I don't know, for some reason, I just feel like they just weren't like the WWE fit. Like, think about, like, they can be the WWE fit, but I just don't think the agents behind the scenes knew how to create the right fit, the right format for Motor City to be able to fit in with the WWE. But in a way, it sucks for them because I feel like their release is also guilty of them not putting into the WWE tag team division as they should. Like, they're a true WWE tag. I mean, I'm saying there are a true tag team. However, we're still having to deal with tag teams put together like a Damian Priest and R-Truth. Not taking a shot at them, but we all know that those two individuals are respectively singles competitors. So therefore, like, you got to do something like that in order to try to put over your tag team titles when you got a team like Motor City, who are like one of the greatest tag teams in pro wrestling, who won countless championships across the countries, but somehow they finally get to the WWE and they can't even get a plate to eat, not even on a SmackDown, but you got them on a main event. Like, that just don't add up to me. So I feel like for them to get released, it's almost a blessing for them, because now they have the opportunity to be able to go wherever they want. If they decide to want to hit the independent market, they could do that. If they decide to want to go to AEW, they could do that. If anything, if they even go to AEW, they got an opportunity to go to AEW to win the AEW Tag Team Championships, and also still be able to work with New Japan Pro Wrestling on the same hand, and still even take independent bookings if they wanted to.
Well, that was a rumor, right? That was that they could. The rumor was they always have a home in TNA, but their next stop is AEW.
Yeah, I don't think they would go back to TNA because, I mean, I feel like they've done everything they can do in TNA. So, and also too, I feel like if they were to go back to TNA, they're going to be capped, like, as far as like what they can do in TNA, and then somehow they're still going to kind of like be parallel to that WWE umbrella to a certain extent.
The biggest thing for me, I think, is because like that pairing all along was head scratching to me.
Yeah,
I think it was being able to check that off the box, right? Like,
I agree with that.
For Motor City, like, we done everything.
Yeah.
Let's check off that we went to WWE, right? Like,
they might mess around and retire. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah,
but we won the WWE titles. Like, we done everything possible in wrestling that there was to do. Don't ever leave those what ifs up there.
Right. No, I agree with you with that. But I do want to bring one thing up, and Joey, this kind of circles back to what we were getting ready to discuss earlier, and I was saying to wait on it. But I saw something come out today. I know you said you saw something come out today. I'm gonna put it on the screen now. Once I put it on the screen, tell me whether or not if this is what you were getting ready to say or not. Because I'm like, if this is, I think there is some truth to this, and I'm going to put it up right now. Yeah. So, according to Mike Johnson of PW Insider,
it's usually pretty spot on.
Yeah, there's a story bouncing around WWE talent that TKO isn't a fan of darker characters. So therefore, Wyatt Six, Aleister Black, Zelina, etc., were all cut because of how they are. So I think there's truth to that. I think there's some big truth to that.
So, okay, I know she's not the like darkest character per se, but she's Miss Goth. Then that means they're not a fan of Rhea Ripley, the most popular women superstar there. She's a dark character. Like,
yes,
I think they mean dark, like higher power dark.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I get what they're saying, but it's like that was I know Rhea Ripley isn't that anymore, but I could get that they're not a fan, like, which is crazy to me. Like that means TKO, they don't know the product.
Oh,
Like
of
just
course not.
that's what I'm saying. I know they don't.
They
Like
know
they
what
don't know
prints
the product.
money.
Yeah. So
That's what they know.
So they're probably like, how much merch are these people are selling? Like that's it. Oh yeah, we don't need them then. I swear it's what it comes down to.
Did you see the tweet? I think it was this morning. Someone tweeted, just add Selena to House of Black and we can see House of Black again in AEW. Sean Dean, who behind the scenes is a booker and agent for AEW, tweeted back, no. If I'm not mistaken,
I hate the laughs.
Aleister Black's departure from AEW wasn't clean cut, right? Like,
I don't think so.
I think he wanted out of there, and they were holding him up or something.
So
and there was
his name. So real quick, because I didn't get to say my biggest shock.
Oh yeah, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
No, Aleister Black was my biggest shock because, and the main reason was that because he literally just beat Randy Orton,
right,
like a month ago on SmackDown, and then Randy Orton went on to main event night 1 of WrestleMania. Like he just beat this guy. Right. So I'm thinking like, okay, they're starting to have some plans for Aleister Black soon. Like whatever it is, they're gonna have some plans for him. And then when they released him, I knew Selena was gonna, because they're gonna release him and not the wife. Like they just, because honestly, they're not doing nothing with her really either. I mean, per se, as far as on screen stuff that has nothing to do with Aleister. So it's like, so I knew there was gonna be a dual thing combination, but like that's gotta suck ass, man. Like
I mean, it does, but see, and I mean, we got to look at it like this. Keep in mind, like we worked in 9 to 5 corporate worlds, so in their particular case, I'm just playing devil's advocate now. Disclaimer, just playing devil's advocate for TKO. In their mind, like, okay, y'all have this gimmick. Let me look at the board. Let me see where the value of this gimmick is going. What are you doing with merchandising? Like, are you selling merch with the gimmick that you're doing? Like, if you're like, I think TKO is looking at this like any everyday corporate company may look at their company and try to value where their company lies. Like,
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, like the Wyatt Six. Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like there were some upside with the Wyatt Six. I feel like they may have jumped the shark with the Wyatt Six because they weren't always able to pair the Wyatt Six with the perfect dance partner until like they had like their brief run with the MFT. That was probably like the best feud that they had going with them until their unfortunate departure now. So like once they completed that feud with the MFT, I'll be honest, like once that was done, I even said to myself, I was like, okay, so what's next for the Wyatt Six? Like, not trying to be an asshole or anything like that, but like you really had to think about it, because if you look at the direction of the SmackDown brand, like what else was really going on that you could actually include the Wyatt Six to be a part of?
And that's the thing. That's what TKO and whoever creative absolutely messed up and dropped the ball. And we said this so many times on the show that they should have been a special attraction. They should never been a weekly episode appearance type of people. They should have been a special attraction. They just popped up randomly when they felt like some group or tandem or somebody was going ways that they didn't agree with, and they just show up and do their thing and leave, which is fine, because then people are always intrigued and was always going to wonder when were they going to pop up, which is fun, which is cool. But they totally dropped the ball on that.
I feel like there was one pivotal moment where they lost the Wyatt Six. And Joey, did you want to jump in this, or can I say it real quick?
You can say it.
Okay. Remember when the whole situation had happened, you know what I mean, them coming onto the scene and causing the chaos. There was this one episode of Raw when Adam Pearce went to his office and Bo Dallas was sitting in the back as normal Bo Dallas.
That's him, yeah.
I feel like they should have ran with that moment by allowing members of the Wyatt Six to be able to be their original selves, and then almost kind of similar to like a Finn Balor character, how we got regular Finn, you know what I mean, any given day. But if you piss Finn off to the point to where he has to, you know, elevate to the demon, then you'll allow the demon to come out. So for the Wyatt Six, they could have ran things where like let them be their normal selves until the point where they get, you know, extremely pissed off with whoever they're feuding with, and then they can turn into what they may turn into, you know what I mean, when the lantern goes out. That's just me. That's my opinion.
I think they lost in the first night.
Yeah, that's true.
Chad Gable showing back up on Raw the next week.
Yeah. No, that's a fact.
Yeah, all those guys laid out in the back, essentially looking like they're dead, pretty much. Like, and then like they just beat up, bloodied up, laid out. And yeah, then you come back the next week with like a little bandage on your head, like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Half of them not even mentioning what happened. It's just like, all right. Nobody want no get back. All right, okay.
but you know what too? I do think it's a level. I'm not gonna say levels. I think there's also layers to why they probably had to eat shit for everything that they've done prior to their departure. You can also keep in mind when they took that random photo with that kid at the what was it, the Whataburgers what it was at that time, like.
Yeah.
Look, I think they probably still ate shit for that. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Like we all know, we all know kayfabe is dead, but on that type of impactful moment, where spooky was the number one thing going on for at that time because they made it the number one thing.
Yeah,
they totally threw it out the window when they took that picture. So
oh
like
yeah.
this. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, but still, like I said, these guys were just weekly fixtures on SmackDown. Recently was just the tag team champions.
Yeah.
And now they're gone. Like,
yeah.
Like, I knew Nikki Cross was eventually was going to be gone because I actually thought she was going to retire from wrestling because I know she recently got her master's degree.
Yeah, she got
something
degree. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like this. When I heard she got that, I was like, okay, she's not in this for the long haul. I think she used it as a platform to get to where she had to get to and honestly probably help pay for her education.
Oh, yeah.
So
no question.
while also living a decent life. And now that she's got that, you know, she got her master's. She
can do anything.
She can do anything now. Yeah. So if she sticks into pro wrestling, I'll be very shocked. I kind of think she looked to me. I feel like she's gonna go other places in life as far as what she wants to do.
Yeah, Apollo Crews is another one because you know he's one that went back to school not long ago too. Like you know, like
I don't see him doing this much longer either. Like it's something I think because he's so athletically gifted and all this stuff like that. I think he truly loved what he did, but
yeah,
I think when he sees the ins and out, that's why. Remember when I say y'all be thinking I'll be trying to give people shit, and I'll be like, but I'm like, to me, it's a serious question.
No, you give people shit.
No. It's like this. No, this is like it's an actual question because of their so-called accolades or what they've done in their longevity in business. I always ask them like, does this person deserve to go to the Hall of Fame?
Right.
Because Apollo Crews, though he has not had a great WWE career, this man is a former Intercontinental and United States champion. So he's like I think about these Hall of Famers who's never had titles, but had better runs than him, and they're Hall of Famers. Is Apollo Crews a Hall of Famer because he essentially had two of the top mid-card titles at one point in his career? So it's like that essentially means he was the number 2 guy in the company because by default of the championships, does that mean he had a Hall of Fame career? Do you put him in the Hall of Fame because he is a multiple-time champion? So it's like this. I'm saying no. You know me, no. But it's weird because now you got this guy who's been the champion multiple times, but you just cut him because you feel like he gave you guys no value. So what now? So it's weird. It's weird. Now, like I said, once again, I think he's gonna be done with wrestling. I could be wrong. I don't know what's in his mind and his heart, but it just seems like he probably, after dealing with this, he probably like, you know what, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, he could still potentially hit the independent circuit. Like that could be that could be something that, you know, that might pique his interest. But yeah, I don't know. He's actually a good one. That's like, like what would he do next? You know,
Think about it, man.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Is Nikki Cross a Hall of Famer? Multiple time women's tag team champion, former WWE Raw women's champion, technically 24/7 champion. Multiple. I'm
gonna say no.
She has accolades.
She does, like, but I'm gonna say no.
Once again, I don't feel so either. But I'm saying, like, that's what I said. This WWE made up Hall of Fame that they have, because it's made up. It's whoever they feel should be in there, not what accolades the person has that should be in there. Right. Like, I'm like, these people have accolades. Do they go to the Hall of Fame? They're multiple time champions.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nikki Cross beat Charlotte to win the title.
This is true. That's true, but 20 years from now, is anybody going to talk about that?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. See, I'm like,
with all due respect.
See, yeah.
With all due respect.
See, Hawk says with all due respect. I don't say that shit. I was like, listen, sorry, y'all. Sorry. Like, be real. Like,
no, I'm just saying.
Listen, y'all got to a place in life I wish I got to. Like, y'all WWE wrestlers, performers. I ain't hating. Like, y'all, we all wish we were there. Like,
hold up. Real quick, just so, talking about like contracts. No, I still have my Twitter open. I just saw a post that said Anna Jay confirms that her contract is still expiring. Assuming with AEW, so she's still under the AEW umbrella. But I don't want to go without not talking about AEW tonight. I'm not going to go into like a lot of detail, but AEW is also in a really good spot right now with their stories. Like, at first I was a little against MJF losing the title to Darby Allin to a certain extent, but I like what they're doing with Darby being a fighting champion week after week. Like he had the crazy that match with him and Tommaso Ciampa. Oh my God, did y'all watch that?
Darby Allin's, I don't know how you
on mute, Joey.
I don't know how Darby Allin can walk. I always say, like, he is the type of person. He's just going to keep going. He's the skinnier Mick Foley. He's just going to put his body through so much shit.
Not just that, but shout out to Tommaso Ciampa during that match. Ciampa, like, the amount of blood Ciampa lost was a little reminiscent to when Stone Cold lost all that blood to Bret Hart at WrestleMania that 1 year. Like, that match was fucking awesome.
And Tommaso had a very serious neck surgery. So, like, I give him all the credit for these guys putting it on the line. So, I'm not mad at the title change. I know why they did it. It's the feel good shock moment, like when Mick Foley beat Rock that Monday Night Raw. And I don't think he's gonna be champion long at all. Like, he's probably gonna lose the next event to MJF.
Probably at Double or Nothing. I give that. Yeah,
he's probably gonna lose it. Which honestly, I'm fine. It builds, and it's all good. So like, AEW is cooking. They're in a very good spot.
Oh yeah,
things are interesting. Andrade, who is still the biggest whore in the world, I'm never letting that go.
Stall him out.
WWE, AEW, back to AEW, whore. Biggest whore that is. But he is starting to be one of my favorite people to watch.
Shit, we might see Andrade and MJF very soon.
And we might do. He cracks me up. Him and MJF backstage had me dying. Yeah. I really think he broke character.
He was like, you make money. He was like, MJF, you are the money.
It's like this. He was like, but how you know?
Right, he's like, how you know?
How you know? He really broke character. I don't think he meant to laugh. I think he just couldn't hold it.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, like this past Wednesday, like the match with MJF and Kevin Knight, I enjoyed it, man.
that was a
like,
good ass match.
I love how they told the story of how MJF tried to, finesse his way to cheat any given time. But then this one time, like him cheating actually backfired on him. And, he ended up catching a low blow, and Kevin Knight delivering the schoolboy role. Getting the 1-2-3 victory. Like it was great, man. Like
AEW is very high on Kevin Knight.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
They're very high on them.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's there's value. Like he's really good, man. Like he's really good in the ring. Like, if anybody haven't watched, his New Japan run, like, definitely check it out. Like he's really good in a square circle. But go ahead. My fault.
I'm saying just so interesting with AEW right now. Like you got your top guys who being the top guys as far as your Ospreys, your Swerves, like I say, we just said
that story too with him, being like rebuilt with the Blackpool Combat Club. Joey, I don't know how. I'm surprised. I'll be honest, I'm shocked. I didn't see any messages come from you over this past week from that show. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched it yet. I've been battling some sickness. I
got you. You ain't gotta go personal. Like you ain't see it, but dude, you gotta catch up, bro. You got.
Well, I did see the MJF and Kevin Knight match. I did see that.
Okay.
I'm watching
pieces of the Osprey.
Hell is frozen over.
Yeah,
I'm watching AEW more than Joey. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, what's going on here? What is going on here?
What is going on?
Yeah, but no, like the Brody King Darby match Wednesday, that was amazing. Like, they cooking right now. AEW is cooking Crisco oil right now.
I thought Moxley was going to leave the BCC, but
I thought so too.
But apparently, he told AEW management no. He's like this. They brought that to him. His response was no. That's some WWE shit.
But that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. And honestly, I was under the perception that they would then turn on him, but in reality, you don't need it.
You don't
like
need it.
Keep them going on.
Yeah, they're just this band. They're just a band of weirdos, but like in the most great way. They tough. They're like different. They a-holes, but they're like just outcast in the most perfect way. So yeah, I actually don't want them to break up.
Yeah, I'm just curious what this payoff is really going to be. For Ospreay, like for him. I'm assuming like this is that training to get him back into the world title picture. So I suspect this is probably going to lead to once Darby lose the title, more likely to MJF, Double or Nothing. Then we're on the road to the All In in London. So then by that time we got a rebuilt Will Ospreay that's going to be, going back for that opportunity to be able to go for the World Heavyweight Championship, and we'll get MJF and Ospreay by then. But I'm telling you, man, pro wrestling's in a good space right now. Like, I mean, as much as like we can shit and critique a lot of stuff, but also too, I feel like, and not to go way left on this little rant, but I feel like the less I indulge myself into like what a lot of people in the internet wrestling community may feel about what's going on in pro wrestling, like take everything that you're watching for yourself, not what everybody else is saying. Like we're in a good spot right now. We are in a really good spot with pro wrestling, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to much more to come with what's going on the respective brands of AEW, WWE, no matter where we watching it from.
Bro, I'm a wrestling fan, but I'm very honest. So I gave AEW a lot of shit for a long time.
Yeah, I know you
because they're writing with shit. That's why I was like, their matches were 10 every single time.
Right,
the performances was A1, but the writing was crap for a little while, for like a good 6 to 8 months. Before it was crap. But now somebody must have got let go and whatever. Somebody got a raise or something, because now the writing's been on 10. Like, so
it's been great. I'm not gonna lie, ever since the WrestleMania week, I don't know what's been going on, but like they've been I don't want to say flawless, but they've been the episodes of Dynamite been great. Collision are also even better and don't get acknowledged as much because it's typically on the weekends, or I mean what we've been going through with all the NHL playoffs and stuff, so they've been kind of like a little sporadic when they're coming on. But like those shows been even great. I'll be honest, Collision shows are actually better than Dynamite to a certain extent on a wrestling front. Like Dynamite is like our Raw / SmackDown, where you get your wrestling, but you also get a lot of the vignettes of the backstage shenanigans and stories or interviews that are going on. But outside of that, like it's been great. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Like it's been great. So, but no, let's start wrapping this bad boy up. You know what I mean? Taking it home. Lastly, here on a local front in the tri-state area, we got GCW coming to town to the 2300 Arena this Saturday. One night only at the 2300 Arena. Show going down at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And last I checked, the only tickets they have available for this show is standing room only. So if you haven't purchased any tickets yet for GCW One Night Only, go ahead to 2300arena.com, to get your tickets, while they are available. So definitely, check this show out. Again, one night only at the 2300 Arena for this event. We do got the GCW World Championship with Atticus going up against the hometown hero Marcus Mathis. So looking forward to this match. Hopefully Marcus can come out with the dub, winning the World Championship in his hometown of Philadelphia. Joe, you was about to say anything?
No, I'm just excited. Marcus always represents the city.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to be able to get this match in that building, to me, is just like a huge full circle moment for him. So I'm really excited for him to get that opportunity.
Yeah, no, that's going to be dope. Especially at the 2300 Arena too. I mean, we've seen Marcus wrestle there quite a few times, but being able to wrestle there for the GCW World Championship for the first time, like in Philly, like it's definitely going to be a
well, I think this is the second time he's challenged for the
second.
Belt.
Okay,
remember he fought Mance at the Harris show.
That's right. That's a fact. Yeah, I was thinking about the 2300, but yeah, no, that's right though. Yeah, so but no, it's gonna be good. But this one here, it's Nick Gage Bear Bronson. This match right here. Oh man, I wonder, do we even get an actual winner out of this match? I was thinking about this today.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think you need a winner here. I think something happens to set up for future storyline.
Yeah,
but there's no either one of these guys can lose.
Right. Look, I like them both. Nick Bear. Oh man, like this one, I can't even make a prediction for this match because like they both my guys. Like, I can't go against the grain on either one of them. But yeah, no, this match is definitely going to be crazy. We also got on the card. Oh, sorry, I meant to hit play there. Joey Janela. You know what? We got to get Joey Janela his flowers, man. Coming off of what? What you booing the bad boy for?
Because he dated Megan, so I'm just hating.
Okay. But no, man, we gotta get it. We gotta get this man his flowers, man. Having a pretty dope, spring break event during WrestleMania weekend. Had a pretty dope match with a
14-year-old
Brody Lee. Yeah, like listen, he put him on the map after that match. Like that was just a a dope thing. Also, given again going back to the plates, giving that opportunity, to someone like him, a 14-year-old being able to represent and be in a main event match during WrestleMania weekend, like you can't ask any more of that. So, but shout out to Joey Janela for that. Shout out to our guy, friend of the show too, Ref Adam Galt. I'll be honest, I was in conversation with him to actually have him on, but with work and everything, like I just didn't really get an opportunity to like really, dive into the communication to get him on. But I'll talk with him this weekend, and maybe we'll try to get him, after, maybe do like a post One Night Only reaction type of thing, for our future Still Steps show. But yeah, shout out to him too, because he definitely played a big part during that match with Joey Janela and Brody Lee Jr. Over spring break. But yeah, but no, he is Joey Janela, that is not Joey Mr. Woods here, but Joey Janela, he's going up against Vipers. Shout out to Vipers, making her way to the tri-state area, and I don't know, might have to shoot my shot, when I'm there. I don't know, like Vipers, I love you. It's like, nah.
I'm about to say, what's happening?
Nothing. I ain't say nothing. I said nothing. It's like, nah. So
for that match here,
which one?
Vipers.
Yeah,
she has to win this match. I think she goes pretty far in TOS. They've pretty much put a rocket on her back and have really pushed her.
Yeah.
Ever since that last Showboat show where she fought John Wayne. So I really think she wins this match, and they just continue to kind of push her up the ladder in GCW.
Yeah, because she's been on like the last several GCW shows. Like she's been consistent on the GCW.
Yeah, shockingly enough, this will be her 31st match in GCW.
What? Oh yeah. Wow, damn. Oh yeah, so she getting them pleats for sure. So, but this one here,
I think this one here is getting changed. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but
yeah,
someone said Danger was out this weekend. I'm not sure if that's true.
Injury or
I don't know. I didn't see it, but when I did my show this past week, someone commented that Danger posted he was out.
Oh really? Oh wow. I hope not. Like I'm definitely looking forward to him. I'm pretty sure he want to do something crazy inside the 2300 arena. Like if you got something already planned. Look, if they do if he is replaced, I hope it's replaced with the real Jimmy Lloyd. if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So backstory on that, Chris, during the GCW clusterfuck over WrestleMania weekend, there was a fake Jimmy Lloyd, but he was known as the real Jimmy Lloyd.
Oh Lord.
So then eventually, moments later, the real Jimmy Lloyd came out, but he was known as like the fake Jimmy Lloyd.
Oh Jesus.
It was great. You gotta go back and watch.
Gotta love pro wrestling, bro.
Yeah, you gotta go back and watch the clusterfuck match, which was partly booked by our guy what's the name? Damn, I just had a blank. Speedball Mike Bailey. He had parts of booking that match. Him and a host of other talent, but yeah, like you got to see it though. So I do hope the Roy Jimmy Lloyd does show up. That way I can give him the middle finger again. I'm still not over my moment at NXT.
Bro,
he messed up me shooting my shot. Yeah, but no, I actually think this match is going to be more entertaining than some people may expect it to be.
Yeah,
and to be transparent, KJ Orso, aka Fuego, which he no longer wants to be known as, I think he might get called up to a major promotion by the end of this year.
That's possible.
Yeah, he's putting on some work.
Yeah,
this year. Like I love the character he's been bringing. I love that he receives from the fan bases, and like, and he's good. Like he's really good in the ring. So
Yeah.
like, I do think I'm just speculating here. I hope our guy Kerry shows up, to help us pop out. But like, I can see something like that taking place during this show, and then maybe set up a KJ versus Kerry at a future GCW show.
I could see that happening, but I could see it setting up a Morton's versus KJ and Stackhouse.
Ah, good point. Very good point. And you know what? I don't think. Well, Stackhouse has yet to be announced for this show, so he's probably gonna be like one of the surprise appearances to come out and help out KJ, and then we probably get a surprise appearance from Kerry, and then we'll get like that tag team match. Shit, we might mess around and get the tag team match that night. Like, right now it's built as a singles match, but then it might just mess around and turn into
because the night before, Kerry's fighting Viperous.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening.
And I think Ricky is fighting Vandal 48 the night before.
Okay. Is that in Jersey?
Maryland.
Maryland? Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's Joppa, Maryland, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so. But yeah, more to come on that one. I think that's definitely turning into a tag team match.
So there's going to be a couple other matches.
Did they just announce something? Because I did just get the one that you just shot over not too long ago with Gringo going up against Vingador.
So we got Atticus versus Mathers. We already did that. This match here, Gage versus Bronson, Janela versus Viperous, the 6-way, Morton, and then Manders versus Otis was announced.
Oh, what?
But Otis is not clear because he was hurt at the clusterfuck. So it's Manders versus a question mark.
I wonder who the question mark gonna be. I hope it's my guy. He coming off a successful win beating the Sandman over the WrestleMania weekend.
Stop it. So real quick before we end our show tonight.
Yeah.
So Saturday morning I went to a signing for the Sandman. It was like
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I went up to him. I was like, yo, that was a crazy match that last weekend at the Collective, right? So he pulls me aside. He starts talking to me for like 10 minutes. He goes, Cactus Jack wasn't even supposed to be part of that match. He showed up an hour before the show and asked to be in the match. So you're not going to tell Cactus Jack no. So we threw him in there. Which was crazy to me that he was saying that. And so we were just shooting shit about that. And I was asking him, like, whose idea was this match and stuff. And he was like, that's all Joey. He was like, I can't think of that kind of stuff. But I loved it, right? I loved it. So
yeah, it was great.
Dude.
Yeah, yo, hack and hot. We love to be able to do. Gotta do a show like that one day. Hack and hot show. But no, like, he's definitely a true thorough dude that just have like a random conversation. That's like the one Battleground show prior to the start of the show. Like, we were in the concourse and like we were just like talking about sports betting, and I'm so mad. Like, he gave me this telegram because one of his sons, he said were part of it, and he was like, dude, you gotta check this out, man. Like, yo, you gotta get your parlay bets from here. Like, I can't. I hope he's at this One Night Only show. I'm pretty sure he's probably not gonna remember that conversation, but but he did say, he was like, because that was the same night where I had I showed Meaning like the photo that we had from the old ECW shows back in the day. And I took a photo with Sandman that same night, and he was like, "Dude," he was like, "You find that photo?" I'll take a photo and sign it with you for free. Like, the next time we connect. So, but yeah, I'm still on a mission to figure out where in the world this photo is. To be honest with you, I think somebody threw it in the trash, hating on me. Like, I truly think so, but I'm gonna find it. But no, shout out to Sandman. Shout out to Gunky, man. Shout out to the BTA movement too. Those guys. The PWE movement too. They also got a show coming up in I think it is in June. They got a show coming up, like a kind of like a America 250, with the anniversary with America, back at the Bach building. So definitely want to connect with those guys again very soon too. Maybe try to get them on the still steps. But yeah, shout out to them, Gunky, Buster, Nick Johnson, everybody from the BTA movement. So, but all right, gentlemen, we are at the 1 hour 34-minute mark. I'll be honest with you, this show went by so freaking fast, and I could probably still talk even more, but I'm not going to do so because we all got regular lives and a job, and we got to get our asses up early in the morning. So, with that being said, gentlemen, anything else y'all want to discuss before we kick on out of here for the evening?
No, I think we covered everything that was this week in wrestling.
Yeah, no, I agree. We even was able to sprinkle in a little bit of the AEW. I'll be honest, I wasn't going to go on the AEW front to a certain extent. I mean, actually, the only thing we didn't really touch on, Paul, is that I did mention in the subject was the Punk and Rhodes. They had that little moment on SmackDown where Cody did mention the Punk, like, if you want to shot at the title, all you gotta do is ask. So it looks like there may be a possible story developing there, but we'll probably see a little bit more on that probably tomorrow night on SmackDown. So we could circle back on that on next week's show for a little bit more with that particular story. So, but other than that, I think we nailed everything else under the sun. So, you know what I mean? Good to be back, man. I'm great. Oh man, I feel like it's been a long time. So, but all right. Other than that, till then, this was Still Steps, powered by All Authentic Talk Sports Network. Mr. Joey Woods, Mr. Moya Fit Chris Wilson. I am Politicking Hot. You ain't got Goldie tonight, Mr. Moya Fit?
Nah, my son took it.
Oh,
boom, he loves it. We starting him early.
Gosh. Hey, look, get him while you're young. Like, look, this is what you're gonna watch. This is what you're gonna want to win. So make do. Get it right. It's like, nah. So, all right, gentlemen, we're gonna get on out of here. We're gonna circle back with y'all next Thursday. Till then, peace.